How could it ever be true to say be who you were before the world got its hands on you? A baby doesn't form a separate identity until around 18 months old. Your parents are your first view of the world and what that world can do. But this is no victim story. There is too much nuance for that. My father always protected me from others, but could never protect me from himself. His inability to regulate his emotions became a defining characteristic, and his reliance on alcohol to do the job for him made it infinitely worse, as did his total unwillingness to ever be seen to be wrong. The simplest argument, to him, assumed the roar and thunder of an existential threat. Speak against his authority, and you would quickly find yourself being shouted down, belittled, or punished by silence. For hours, sometimes days, he would simply ignore your presence, as if you had ceased to exist. My mom always assured us he didn't mean what he was saying, but looking back, I think he did. His behavior was too entrenched in a pattern to not be calculated. My father continually urged me to speak up for myself, then attacked me if I ever spoke against him. His greatest wish, he said, was that I would develop confidence. Yet his parenting style arrested that development, and the effort of having to manage living in that house with him drained my energy and resilience. The only way of coping was to go into a shell, escape into my bedroom, disappear into the fantasy life I was building in my head. I visualized my future, and none of the family I had been born into were present. I was a writer. I had a huge house, money. I had a family of my own, and none of them would ever get near me again. When I was 15 or 16, my mom returned from one of her drinks with the girls' evenings with a self-help book she had been given. How to Manage Difficult Teenage Boys. She read it cover to cover and staged an intervention, accusing me of being on drugs, claiming my outbursts and mood swings were proof. Years later, I gently rerun this conversation, always starting with the same question, trying not to let my sarcasm show. Well, Mom, what is it about me being forced to grow up in this abusive family, under constant stress you think might be making me unhappy? She returns my gaze blankly. Her simple mind does not compute. She cannot see how my behavior could be in reaction to anything external. The problem can only originate from within me. Her cold eyes harden. She goes back on the offensive. Why are you so angry? She demands. Your father has provided us the perfect life. No one else in the family feels like you. I like to flip the scene, the way I've flipped so many others, so her pathological ignorance doesn't win. I press a button under the table. 2 nurses enter the room and lead her away to be sedated. My mom remains the dumbest person I ever met. Fuck the self-help industry. Get on with it. You'll be dead soon are the only words anyone needs.